Whoa, magic of editing! Whoa, we're going through time.
We're Ted and Bill and Ted.
I did editing, and I will make this look good somehow. Probably not. Let's talk about
Naked Gun.
Over probably the couple of days before we saw Naked Gun, I watched all of the originals because I had never seen them before. And I thought that it held pretty well to the originals. I will say that they were kind of movie that will burn you out if you're watching them too quick. Because after the third movie, I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
I don't think I could go any further into watching them. I'd be way too nervous to watch it and then be like, yeah, I don't want to see this movie now.
But it's not fair, because just me saying that doesn't make it a bad movie. They're all fantastic movies.
Yeah.
They're like the scary movies where you kind of have to take them in stride and let it be funny for what it is and not binge them.
Yeah. I feel like watching it one day and then maybe watch the second one like the next day would be fine.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like with the scary movies, they definitely start dropping off as you keep getting more and more into them, and then you realize the guys who actually did them in the beginning of it, they just completely like, no, we're not doing this. This is stupid now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but then you get to like Scary Movie 3, and Leslie Nielsen's actually in Scary Movie 3.
Yeah.
So like it fits.
It had its parts, but there was definitely like you could tell like this is nothing like the other two.
Well, it was actually the first one I watched as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, my grandma brought it over when I was young and was like, "This is what we're watching." And I was like, "But I'm scared of movies."
I think the second one was actually the first one I saw.
Really?
I think it was the second, first, and then the third.
The second one is such a wild one to start with because, like, how old do you think you were when you watched that?
When did that movie come out? Do you know?
No. Put me on the spot.
Well, I want to say no, not 2005.
No. I think that it was. I don't have my phone on me to check, but I'm.
Mine's over there, so I can't even.
I'm not gonna answer because I was gonna say the 90s, and I was like, wait.
Yeah, I think it was like the early 2000s. The second one came out.
Yeah.
Because the dude from Malcolm in the Middle was in there, and he obviously.
Oh my God, he is in
Yeah,
there.
he was probably riding high off of Malcolm in the Middle, so it had to have been early 2000s because the show ended, I think, in 06, 07.
Okay.
So it had to be early.
Well, I just mean it's just such a wild one to jump into because as a young kid, like 2 especially has just such crazy like sexual themes to it.
Yeah, and it would probably make sense if I saw it as a teenager.
Yeah.
That's probably why I would enjoy it more because teenager boys. So I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I could see why, but I mean, I didn't know going into it what it was. I went into it just.
I don't think you can have any idea of what it is going into it.
It's almost better for it to be blind.
Yeah.
Like with this one, I didn't know what to really expect. I figured it was just gonna be a funny slapstick movie, and that's basically what it was.
It was,
but it
but
worked.
it did it so well. Like
It did.
It's been so long since we've had a comedy like that.
Yeah, and I think because we haven't had slapstick parody in a while that was good, that you know your expectations are so low at that point, and
Yeah.
then you're not expecting dumb comedy like that because now when you get comedies, it's jokes that hopefully you'll get them the next time you watch them. Like everyone tries to do it the Edgar Wright way,
Yeah.
and obviously he's the only good one at it because he perfected it. But I think everyone's trying to make their comedies so complex and smarter than what they really are and make it seem like they are so smart about their jokes when really you're trying too hard and it just ruins it. Like it feels so forced. It doesn't feel natural.
Yeah.
And I think also this helped it because one of the guys from Lonely Island is the director and also a co-writer, and then you got Seth MacFarlane producing it, which I think it just makes it easier for all of that.
I knew about Seth MacFarlane. I did not actually know that one of the Lonely Island guys.
Yeah, he's the one who directed it.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not even going to.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that makes
gonna.
sense.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna pretend like I know how to say it. I just know he is from the Lonely Island.
Yeah,
and that's why it probably hit hard too.
well, truly, I remember Andy Samberg and Lonely Island, and everybody else is just a blur.
Yeah, I mean I know who they are, but I don't. I think he also. I don't know if he. I think he co-wrote Popstar, Never Stop.
Yeah,
Never
because
Stop
they were all
Growing.
in that, right?
Yeah, all three of them were in it. I mean,
Yeah.
Andy Samberg was the main focus, but I think they were all like in there together as like the group.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, no, Naked Gun, it was done so well in a way of just being old style funny.
mhm.
Like it's true to the originals, and where like a joke will be said and you'll be like, that actually wasn't really that funny, but by the time you can think that that wasn't funny, 7 other way funnier jokes have hit and you're
Yeah.
already laughing about those instead.
Yep, it's like a quick chuckle, and then it just keeps piling on with the quick chuckles. It's almost like you don't have time to think about that joke was really fucking
Yeah.
stupid. Like, I didn't mean to swear. But
Bead.
yeah, it definitely was one of those where it doesn't give you time to think about how dumb the joke is.
Yeah.
Except for like one of them, the coffee one.
Coffee
It's
one.
it's so dumb, but I admired it by the end of it that he just keeps getting the coffees. And I was like, why does he keep getting? I'm like, oh, that's the joke itself. I'm like, it's not a funny joke,
Yeah.
but the fact that they keep on doing it, it's like, okay, now it's funny because this is just a running joke through this whole movie.
Well, and Liam Neeson did such a good job of being serious through it that there were plenty of times in the movie that I actually completely forgot what kind of movie I was watching.
Yeah.
And I was like all into it for a second. And then you have stuff like the coffee bit that brings you back out of it and makes you laugh again.
Yeah. Or the
Snowman.
the snowman's the fantasy really took me out of nowhere because I figured he was gonna have the fantasy with Pamela Anderson, and they were gonna be, do the lovey-dovey type crap. But then all of a sudden, there's just a random snowman that they just built together comes alive, and then it gets angry that it's not showing them love, and then goes on a rampage trying to kill them. I was like, what did I just see? And then it just ends. It doesn't transition into somewhere. It just slowly fades into something. I'm like,
they melt him in the hot tub.
what the fudge
Like,
was this?
It wasn't even a fantasy. It was like actually supposed to be happening. It was the wildest.
No, it was a fantasy.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it like a
'cause-
dream he woke up
Yeah,
from?
he
I
was,
thought it was
no,
like
he
an
was
actual
like
thing.
fantasizing about being with Pamela Anderson.
How I thought that was like actually happening in the movie.
No, he was just randomly fantasizing about that. Yeah, he was having that fantasy about it with her, like them getting away and going to like this cabin in the wintertime, and that just happened to happen that way.
Well, I will
think-
go on.
I was gonna say I think that's why it was such a weird thing, because you just assumed it was gonna be a fantasy of them doing funny things, and then the snowman comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard because I don't even have words for some of it because it's so funny, but also like just so stupid.
It's so crazy.
I will tell you that probably my favorite part of the movie is actually Mike's least favorite part of the movie, and that's the kitchen scene.
See, and that really shocks me because I went with him.
Yeah.
And he was laughing just as much as I was laughing, but I guess I didn't notice that he wasn't laughing at that one. But I feel like that is very parody shtick, having that type of stuff where it looks like they're doing something, and really it's something completely different. Like Austin Powers definitely perfected it in its movies,
Yeah.
but like it's not even I don't feel like it's that bad of a joke. It's just it's got to be there. It's almost like it has to be there.
Well, and it's funny you bring up Austin Powers because my buddy has not seen the new one yet, but he just watched the originals for the first time.
Wait, there's a new Austin Powers?
No, Naked Gun.
Oh, I was about to say. I was
Sorry.
like, wait, there's a new. When did that come out?
So he hasn't seen the new Naked Gun yet, but he watched the original ones, and he's like, wow, I can actually see how Austin Powers took a lot of its ideas in comedy from these movies and like made it its own thing.
Yeah.
So it's funny that now Naked Gun is taking a joke that was very heavily in one of the Austin Powers movies.
I think
Like
it was
it's
in a
almost
lot-
word for
yeah.
word. And like putting it in the movie, and it's not. I wouldn't consider it stealing because I thought they were both just as funny
Yeah.
in their own way. But But I just think it's ironically funny that my buddy would say something like that and has no idea that that joke's in there.
Yeah. Um, what was my? There was a scene that I actually enjoyed, but now I can't think of what the damn scene was. We were
So
talking,
many.
yeah, we were talking about the snowman one, and I was like, I really liked the scene, but like, I can't think of what it was now. Now that's gonna bother me.
Oh, you're gonna remember it right after we're done recording.
Yeah, and it's gonna have to go into the weapons one because like, I cannot for the life of me remember. I mean, we can keep moving because I'm gonna sit here and just go
Yeah.
with the sound
Well-
in my head, the AOL sound going on.
I think my one problem with the movie is, and I know people have like defined this and said given a reason, but if the movie ended in like '94 or something, how is Frank Jr. a 73-year-old man? And like people have come out and said like, well, it's his bastard son from before, like that's a different kid, and Priscilla Presley isn't actually his mom. But she was also kind of in the movie, so I didn't know if it implied that it was or not.
I don't think they realized it until afterwards. I think they were like, when someone brought it up, they're like, oh yeah, that doesn't make sense. Who cares?
Yeah, why
'Cause-
do we care?
Yeah. Oh, I do remember it now. It was the chili dog scene.
Oh
and
my
him
god.
interrogating Busta Rhymes when he's like,
Yeah,
so you did, what was it? I think 20 years for man's laughter.
yeah.
And he's like, must have been a funny joke.
One
Like,
hell of a
it's
joke.
So, because he does it so seriously that it's just so much fun. And I think if anyone else did it, it wouldn't work. But because Liam Neeson is now known as like an action star, him saying it so, like, with so much conviction, it just makes it so much better.
Well, I think that's the funny thing is that I think if anybody else would have done that movie, it would not have worked as well as what it became.
Yeah, I feel like you needed someone serious.
I
to do
can't think of a single person, like, even putting somebody else serious, like, who's another really serious action star? Like, Stallone? What's Stallone gonna do?
It. I honestly, you know what? I would want to see that.
Okay, so would I, but...
Yeah, him or Schwarzenegger, I'd be okay with
I'd
that.
see Schwarzenegger
I feel like Schwarzenegger would probably do better because he's
Schwarzenegger
pretty good in comedy.
is gonna do something similar to that. What did,
Got this.
Kung Pao? No.
No, I don't think he would do that because that's a
No.
Steve, whatever his last name's.
Steve Seagal? No.
No, not Steve. God, no. Steven Seagal.
Whatever. What was I talking about? Kung Fury. Kung Fury 2 he's gonna be in. If that ever gets released.
What the hell was Kung Fury?
You've
1?
never seen Kung Fury?
No, I have no idea what that is.
It's a 30-minute movie on YouTube. And it is... Oh my god, how do I even describe it?
I really don't know because I don't know what it is.
We will watch it together, but essentially Kung Fury is about a man, and the guy that plays the role is the writer, director, and actor in it. But he he was bit by a rattlesnake or a viper at the same time that he was struck by lightning while fighting a criminal with his cop friend, and his cop friend died, and because all that happened at once, he got superpowers, and his superpower is the power of Kung Fu. And they call him Kung Fury.
That's kind of a crappy power when you think about it.
And then Adolf Hitler comes back to the future from the past and shoots up the police station through a telephone, a landline, because he just shoots the gun into the landline. And
What the fuck is this movie?
so
This feels like
Adolf-
this is way too much for a 30-minute movie.
Adolf Hitler then goes back to the past, so Kung Fury has to go back to the past. So he gets his friend Hacker Man to hack him back
that
into the
actually
past.
his name,
That's his
Hacker
name, Hacker Man.
Good lord.
And he hacks him back to the past. So he rides like a Commodore 64 to the past.
Oh, Jesus.
But he goes too far back, and he lands in dinosaur times, and has to fight Zeus, I think, Zeus or Thor, riding a dinosaur with a barbarian girl named Barbarella, Tell me whenever to stop because I'm telling the actual movie.
No, it's just you might as well because by the time if we actually watch this, I might forget the whole
You
damn
will.
story.
It's still worth the watch. Even me describing it does not give it glory. So anyway, Thor or Zeus or whatever sends him to 1940s Germany to fight Hitler, who now has a giant golden eagle, and I believe mechanical Tyrannosaurus Rex for some reason, and then him and all of his friends show up, and the time portal opens, and Barbarella's riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then they all fight and beat up Hitler.
It literally sounds like you made it up all the way through it.
And
it feels like you just like, what else is ridiculous? Something.
no, this is all truly.
And then a raptor came out and jumped out at the people.
And David Hasselhoff's in the movie.
Okay, now it sounds
And
like
David
a real movie, 'cause
David
he's just
Hasselhoff
randomly
sings a
doing it.
song for the movie.
Oh Jesus!
Like an actual it's kind of a bop. It's actually pretty good.
Well, he was a pop singer.
Yeah.
You can do it.
He plays Kung Fury's car, I think, as like a nod to like Kit.
Kit.
And
Jesus.
so anyways, Kung Fury 2 is going to be like a full-length movie, and they're like putting a lot of really big action people into it. So I think Arnold Schwarzenegger is supposed to play either like the president or the governor or something.
Jesus.
It's going to be so good. Trust
Good
me.
Lord.
This is Steve, my brother, recommended me this movie, and I sat down to watch it.
100% sound like a Steve
My
movie.
eyes were bleeding by the end of the movie, but bleeding in the best way, because like I would watch it 30 times. I will watch it with you. Like it is so good.
Is it really a good
Everybody
way for
go and
eyes
watch
bleeding?
Kung Fury. Yes, they bled in the best possible way.
I don't think I've ever heard that before in a good, positive way.
I can't explain it. I don't even know what to like reference it to.
Yeah, I don't know. But the explanation that you gave, I don't even know what I could compare it to. The closest thing I could think of is movie 43, and that's just because of how ridiculously crazy that movie is. Not sheer on level of good or funny.
Yeah.
It's more just there's just a bunch of random stuff going on, and it sounds crazy that you wouldn't believe this is a real movie. That's what I can compare it to.
But like that's the thing is like I said all that random stuff, but it's an actual like story that you could follow. Like trust me, it is.
It's
We're
better
gonna
to
watch
see
this.
it than you telling me, basically.
We're gonna watch this someday, and you're gonna
God.
come out of it and be like, "That was so good."
You think so?
Yes.
You're 100%
I
sure.
100%
And I
think-
won't be like, wow, that was really
I
dumb."
100%. Every person I've ever showed it to has been like, "I hate that I liked that so much."
I don't think I'll say that if I like it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, I like The Room.
It's better than The Room.
Everything's better.
No, but like it's. Everybody go and watch Kung Fury. It's on YouTube for free.
My curiosity is, how many people do you think are actually even going to watch it now?
At least one,
Just one?
probably Mike.
I feel like he'd watch it.
It's so.
I feel
good.
like he would watch it, but he would actually hate it, though, because he watched it.
Yeah.
Like, that was not what I wanted it
it's
to be.
it's so funny.
Good Lord. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to watching it
I'm
anytime
I'm
soon.
looking forward to watching it with you. Maybe I'll look at this if we could do a watch along for our podcast.
I think we could do that.
Yeah,
Maybe have like a special episode.
yeah, I think so. I think it's deserving.
Jesus. I feel like that would be kind of cool to do on this show,
Yeah,
too.
especially because it's only 30 minutes. I just don't know the legality of doing that.
I don't think on YouTube you could probably do it with some movies.
Yeah.
I feel like if you were going to post it on YouTube, you'd have to cut the movie part of it out and just put like clips of it with us talking about
Well,
it.
because it's not like a full release studio movie. It's like all on YouTube.
No, I think for that, in that case, it would work. But like if we watched along to watch like another...
Oh, like an actual movie. The Ghost.
Hello. No, I think it was just because of horrible place. But I think if like we watched any other movie, I think you'd have to just chop it up on that one.
Yeah.
Because there are people who I watch on YouTube who do that, where they do commentary on movies,
Okay.
but they do it and where they cut it all up, their whole commentary, and like, I think it's on Patreon where they actually have the whole movie of
That
them
makes
doing it.
sense.
So I think we could probably maybe get away with it on Spotify. if we did it, but I don't know about YouTube so much.
Is this a bad time to tell you I stopped uploading to Spotify?
No, because I did notice that.
part of it was just me getting lazy, but part of it was also just.
It takes a while to do it.
No, it's not even that. It's just that like I'm trying to focus views.
Yeah.
Like it's hard enough to. YouTube, little background. YouTube does this weird thing where like, if you were to search for our channel, when we first started it, it would actually not pop up because not enough people looked at it. So if I split the views between YouTube and Spotify, it was kind of hurting us in a way that people couldn't find us. And I would send people to our page and they'd be like, I actually can't find it, it doesn't come up. So this way I'm just directing all the views to YouTube first so that we can at least be searchable.
Yeah.
And then I'll eventually probably start uploading to Spotify again at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would re-listen to it while I was at work.
Yeah.
Just to catch anything or improve anything that we already had, and be like, no, I don't like what we did here, or I didn't like how I sounded here, or
Yeah.
I sounded dumb, or you sounded dumb. Like it was more like just rewatching it to improve off of it, basically. Yeah. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I will say the two things I didn't like about it, which are not huge things, aren't huge problems, but the story and the villain. I don't feel like the villain was as good as I wanted it to be. Like, he had his moments, but I feel like they almost forced it in there just to try and get him a couple laughs. It just did not work for me.
I think the villain ended exactly the way that the villain should have, because that scene where he punches him once, and he's like, "Oh, you hit me in my chubby little tummy.
That hurts
it was
so
my tummy,
much,
dude. No, I don't want to
Yeah.
fight anymore."
Like, have you ever been in a fight? Yeah, I've been in lots of fights.
It was so funny, dude.
See, I liked the ending of it, but I think just overall,
Yeah.
it didn't do anything for me. Like, it was kind of like he was there, and it didn't. Like, he had some jokes, but I felt like they only threw the jokes at him.
Yeah.
Just so he would get some laughs, and he wasn't just a generic villain. But it almost felt like he was a generic villain to me.
Yeah, I would have liked it if, like, in the first Naked Gun, where the villain gets literally, like, run over by a street roller thing, flattened out, and then, like, a marching band walks over him. Like, I would have rather had something like that happen.
Yeah, like, I do find it funny that he was like, he got into the fight and he was like, "Ow, that really hurt." Like,
Yeah.
I had no problem with that. And then, like, I felt like the story was just kind of boring because it was a simple whodunit type thing, even though you knew immediately who did it, so it kind of defeated the whole purpose of the who did it. I mean, you learned who it was in the first opening scene.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, they got the plot device and, like, right there was it. And I was just like, okay, so there's no mystery to this movie at all that they made into a mystery.
Yeah.
Like, it's only a mystery to the characters, but not to us, which I feel like we need to be in the mystery, because I don't want to know who it is, but you've already ruined it, so, like, now what? I would have been okay with not knowing who any of these people were, and then all of a sudden find out it was Pamela Anderson in the end. Like,
Right.
you know, I felt like the story could have been a little bit better there.
Yeah, but it's also, like I said, I feel like those movies are something where, like, the story is just in the background.
Oh, yeah.
And you're really there to just laugh at stupid stuff.
Yeah. And that's why I said it's not a huge strike towards the movie. It
Right.
was just something that I noticed that it kind of was like, nah, okay, the story's not great.
The one thing I will say is it was good to see Seth MacFarlane's name attached to something that wasn't actually really stupid.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I truly think the first Ted movie was the last time I laughed at a Seth MacFarlane joke.
Yeah, and I will say I'm not a huge Seth MacFarlane, because I'm not a big fan of Family Guy. Like,
Yeah.
I have no problem with it. It's an okay show. It's the constant when they say something. You remember the time I played tennis with Serena? And then they have to show me them.
Yeah.
Like, I get the joke. Like, you don't need to explain the joke. It just ruins it for me.
Yeah, I like old Family Guy, but I like old Family Guy because I was in high school.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's just one of those where, like, the jokes don't hit because you're explaining the joke. And if you're explaining the joke, you didn't do the joke right. Because I shouldn't have to be explained to it if you said it the right way. You know?
Right.
I should already get it and be like, oh my god, that's so funny. Now, okay, I get it,
Yeah.
but like now you ruined it because you had to
Exhale
take the
deeply.
time. Yeah, and I feel like the Ted movie had some stuff like that, but I think overall I did enjoy that one. I even like the second one. Like I have both of them. I do enjoy the first one more than the second one, but
Well, I will tell you that I watched Ted in the past couple of years with Courtney, and I was so excited to show it to her because I was like, this movie was so funny when it came out, and it did not hold up. It was actually really slow and kind of dumb, and like I barely laughed at it.
there's only because I just recently watched some of it,
Yeah.
and there's only a couple like Thunder Buddies.
Yeah.
It still gets me. There's some stuff that I will laugh at, but other stuff I'm like, it's. I feel like the only two things that stand out the most to me is the Thunder Buddies. When him and Mark Wahlberg are explaining like what his new girlfriend's name is, and he just lists off these random girls
Yeah.
super fast. And then when they're singing the karaoke, he's like, every song in the '90s always sounds the same. Like, here's a bear, A-E-I-O-U. Like they just change. I'm like, because now every time I hear that song, I do the same thing. I go A-E-I-O-U.
Yeah.
So like those are the only ones that really stick out to me. Everything else kind of just blends into a movie. It's not anything special.
Yeah. I think for me, the one scene that I remember fondly of is I don't know how this turned into the TED podcast.
I think because we keep talking about the movie and then we branch off into other stuff.
The one scene where he's like trying to get fired,
Oh yeah.
and then he's like, "I like your style. You're promoted." And he's like, "Shit."
Or when he tried to get not hired at all, he's like, "Yeah, it's too bad because your wife's getting plowed by every guy in the back, and they just don't want to tell you." He's like, "No one's ever talked to me like that in a while."
I like
You're
the cut of
hired.
your jib.
Damn it. But yeah, no, I think we just kept branching off as we were talking about Naked Gun. So I mean, it was still Naked Gun focused. It just became a tree and branched off into other stuff.
But yeah, so that's it for this episode. Sorry for the
Yep.
short ones.
Yeah, it's just this week anyway, or this week and next week's episode.
Well, I'll
We're
be
gonna be
honest.
short.
I'm gonna break the illusion here, but with the magical power of editing, this is actually gonna be the second episode because I want weapons to be first, and I forgot we were two separate episodes.
Oh, okay.
So with the power of magical editing, we're from the past.
Yeah,
Um,
we didn't realize this.
I forgot how popular weapons was, and I don't want to miss the popularity.
I love how you keep fingering it.
Magic of editing. So yeah, this will be next week. Now we will probably be back to more normal style
Yes.
episodes.
Which is good because I still gotta do the Justin news.
Just in time.
Oh, Justin news. I thought it
No, just in time news.
was.
Get it? Because it's just in time news.
Before news.
Yeah, you're just in time.
I
but-
don't remember it being
But
called that.
I made the opening. Thank you.
I mean, I believe you. I just don't remember it.
I'll explain the joke really heavily. So your
I don't
name
think
is
you
Justin.
need to.
Your name is
That's
Justin.
why I got the name Justin, because we got to the hospital just in time.
Just in time
I
news.
love how you're
get it?
still going to tell me the
You
joke.
get it though, right?
Thanks, Seth. Thanks, Seth.
I'm gonna